You know what's wild? Every spring, Americans collectively lose their minds over fried fish between two buns. It's like a national migration pattern, except instead of following geese, we're following the scent of tartar sauce and desperation. But here's the thing, not all fish sandwiches are created equal. Some are legitimately delicious. Others taste like they were assembled by someone who's never actually eaten food before. Today, we're diving deep into the fast food ocean to rank 8 fish sandwiches from "why does this exist" to "I would absolutely eat this again." We're judging on crunch, flavor, freshness, and whether or not you feel like you need a shower after eating it. So grab your napkins because things are about to get messy. And trust me, by the time we get to number 1, you'll see why some people literally fought in parking lots over a fish sandwich. Number 8. Burger King Big Fish Sandwich, the $7 fish that tastes like regret. Let's start at the bottom of the barrel, or should I say the bottom of the fryer basket that hasn't been changed since 2019. Burger King's Big Fish Sandwich is what happens when a corporation holds a meeting about fish and nobody in the room has ever actually cared about fish. You get a rectangular slab of Alaskan pollock that's about as thick as a smartphone screen protector, breaded in panko that somehow manages to be simultaneously soggy and tough. It's like they're trying to reinvent the texture of a kitchen sponge. The fish itself tastes like it was caught, frozen, shipped, forgotten, remembered, and then grudgingly prepared. There's so much shredded lettuce on this thing that it falls out in clumps like you're trying to eat a salad that's having an identity crisis. And here's the kicker, they put pickles on this thing, but no cheese. That's like showing up to a party with chips, but no dip. What are we even doing here? The only redeeming quality is that they slap tartar sauce on both bun halves, which shows they at least understand the assignment on a basic level. But even that can't save this bland rectangle from tasting like cardboard that went swimming in the ocean and regretted it. And let's talk about value. One Reddit user put it bluntly, $7 for this. You could buy actual fish at the grocery store for that price. BK does occasionally release a fiery big fish with some kind of spicy glaze, and Reddit users lose their minds calling it the best thing since sliced bread. But you know what? Having to add fire sauce to make your fish edible is basically admitting defeat. It's like saying, our sandwich is so boring that we had to set it on fire to make you feel something. The verdict, skip it unless you enjoy disappointment shaped like a rectangle. And believe it or not, the next sandwich is even more controversial, especially if you grew up with it. 7. McDonald's Filet-O-Fish. Loved it as a kid, but do you still dare? Oh boy, here's where I'm going to make enemies. The Filet-O-Fish, that little square of nostalgia that's been around since 1965 and hasn't changed because, well, why mess with mediocrity? Look, I get it. This sandwich has history. It was created for Catholics during Lent, and it's been clogging arteries with love ever since. The steamed bun is pillowy soft. The tartar sauce is actually pretty good, tangy, creamy, and somehow the star of the entire operation. And that slice of American cheese, it's doing its best, bless its heart. But let's be real about the fish situation. This patty is small. One fan on Reddit summed up the frustration perfectly. It costs too much, especially for how small it is. It's just minced fish, tartar, and processed cheese. What's the big deal? Another person noted they finish it in one bite because of how tiny it is. That's not a meal. That's an appetizer that I forgot to grow up. The breading isn't crispy. It's more like a soggy coat that the fish reluctantly agreed to wear. And the actual flavor of the fish is so mild that you could tell me it's made from clouds, and I'd believe you. The Filet-O-Fish tastes like a memory of what fish might taste like if fish didn't have any flavor. Quality control seems to be an issue too. One Reddit user reported, "I've had a really bad series of Filet-O-Fish orders in recent times. Over and over, weird texture, a bone, etc. I've avoided them because of this for some time. When you're finding bones in minced fish patties, something has gone terribly wrong. That said, it's consistent. You know exactly what you're getting every single time, and sometimes that's what people want. It's like that friend who's not particularly exciting but shows up when they say they will. Reliable, yes. Thrilling? Absolutely not. It's fine if you want to eat your childhood memories, but your taste buds deserve better. but at least McDonald's has nostalgia. The next chain? They're famous for meats, which makes their fish sandwich feel like an awkward side hustle. 6. Sonic Drive-In Crispy Fish Sandwich. The crispiest fish you never expected. Sonic making a legitimately good fish sandwich is like finding out your goofy friend is secretly talented at something serious. It catches you off guard. This limited time offering shows up during Lent season, and every year people are shocked that it's actually good. We're talking panko-crusted Alaskan pollock, lettuce, pickles, and tartar sauce. Classic formula, but Sonic actually executes it properly. The magic here is the crunch. In multiple taste tests, people have called Sonic's fish sandwich one of the crispiest in the entire fast food universe. That breading is golden brown, shatteringly crisp, and sounds like autumn leaves when you bite into it. The fish inside is moist without being greasy, which feels like winning a small lottery. The build quality is also impressive. Those sour dill pickles add real tangy punch, and the shredded lettuce is actually fresh and crisp. Everything balances correctly. Acid, crunch, and creamy sauce all playing together like they actually rehearsed. One intrigued Reddit user mentioned a variation they're curious about. Honestly, a crab cake burger sounds amazing. The only thing that scares me is that it's called the seafood and crab sandwich, which means a certain portion of it is just unspecified seafood filler. When even the seafood experiments sound tempting, you know Sonic's doing something right with their fish game. The tartar sauce is slightly sweet, but works well with the savory fish and tangy pickles. The whole package feels thought out, which is rare for a seasonal item at a drive-in burger joint known for slushes and tots. The main criticism is that the pollock could use bolder seasoning. It's fresh and not greasy, but some people want more flavor punch in the actual fish. Fair point, but the crunch factor and fresh toppings carry this sandwich pretty far. An underdog success story. When you can get it, it's one of the best executions of a classic fish sandwich around. And while Sonic overachieved, the next chain was literally built for seafood. This is their one job. So how did they do? 5. Long John Silver's Classic Fish Sandwich. How does a seafood chain still mess this up? Long John Silver's is literally a seafood chain, so making a good fish sandwich should be the bare minimum. Like, this is your one job, guys. And for the most part, they deliver. The classic battered Alaskan pollock, the same fish from their famous fish and chips, gets placed on a bun with crinkle-cut pickles and tartar sauce. When it's done right, it can be absolutely excellent. We're talking light, flaky, crunchy beer batter style coating with rich, tender pollock that practically melts. In head-to-head testing, LJS has scored as high as 8.5 out of 10, with people praising the breading's texture and the sauce's sweet tangy balance. The batter recipe is legitimately good, savory crispy, and delivering that old-school fish fry experience that makes you feel like you're at a coastal restaurant instead of a fast food chain. One nostalgic Reddit user captured the sentiment perfectly. I wish LJS still existed in my town. I've been craving that wonderful batter-dipped fish and chicken. When people are actively mourning the absence of your restaurant, you know you are doing something right with that batter recipe. Many fans swear by LJS's version, claiming it's the most authentic fast food fish sandwich experience available. And when it hits, it hits. But here's the problem: inconsistency. Sometimes that craggy beer batter coating is too thick and overwhelming. The bun can be dry and crusty instead of soft and fresh. And the tartar sauce, which should be sweet and balanced, sometimes comes out way too tangy with sharp mustard notes that completely overpower the delicate pollock. The pickles can also be excessive, and when combined with aggressive tartar sauce, they just dominate the entire flavor profile. You end up tasting everything except the fish, which defeats the entire purpose. The verdict: top-tier potential that's held back by inconsistent execution. When it's good, it's really good. When it's not, you're wondering why you went to a seafood chain in the first place. But while Long John struggles with consistency, the next chain came out of nowhere and shocked everyone. 4. Church's Texas Chicken Fish Sandwich. A chicken chain just schooled the seafood guys. Nobody, and I mean nobody, saw this coming. A fried chicken chain quietly dropping a fish sandwich that would absolutely stun the critics. That's chaos energy. and we respect it. Church's introduced their panko breaded fish sandwich as a limited-time item in 2021, and by 2025, it was ranking near the top in professional taste tests. This is like watching the backup singer suddenly become the star of the show. So what makes it special? Let's start with the tartar sauce, which people have described as almost finger-licking good on its own. It's perfectly balanced, sweet, tangy, with actual relish bits visible, and they apply it generously. We're talking about tartar sauce that's dripping off the sandwich in globs, and somehow this is exactly right. Yahoo Life praised the overall package. The honey-buttered brioche bun, along with the mild flaky fish, makes for a tasty meal. That honey-buttered brioche is doing serious work here, folks. The wild-caught Pacific pollock comes in a natural, non-uniform triangular shape that feels authentic instead of processed. The seasoned panko breadcrumbs deliver solid crunch without being greasy or heavy. The fish inside is moist, flavorful, and substantial enough to hold its own against all that sauce. But here's the secret weapon, the BUN. Instead of using a standard squishy burger bun, Church's uses a buttery, dense, yet pillowy brioche roll that's lightly sweet. This bun doesn't just contain the sandwich, it actively improves it, holding up to the saucy mess while adding its own layer of flavor. The thin sliced pickle chips amplify the zesty bite perfectly. Church's applied the same expertise that makes their chicken sandwiches popular and translated it to fish. The result? Reviewers found almost no faults. The dark horse champion that proved fried chicken expertise translates to fish excellence. Absolutely worth seeking out. But if you thought that was impressive, wait until you see the chain that stacks 2 massive fish fillets on one bun. It's as ridiculous as it sounds. Number 3. Captain D's Giant Fish Sandwich. So big it literally explodes out the bun. Captain D's looked at every other fish sandwich in America and said, "Hold my beer batter. This thing is massive. Not just big, but do I need both hands or possibly a third hand big?" Where most chains use a single fillet, Captain D's goes full chaos mode with 2 big beer-battered pollock fillets overlapping on a bun. This yields a sandwich so large that if you squeeze one side, fish shoots out the other side like you're operating a seafood catapult. But size isn't everything. It also tastes awesome. Captain D's batter is seasoned, golden light, and delivers that transcendent crunch that makes you close your eyes and nod appreciatively. This is beer-battered fish that feels closer to homemade fish fry than fast food assembly line. The fish pieces are actual fillets with natural shapes, not uniform pressed patties. They're moist, flaky, chunky. And because they're loosely placed, every bite feels different. It's authentic in a way that most fast food simply isn't. One enthusiastic Reddit user captured the local buzz. "Hell yes, the spicy fish smacks from the captain too. It's always hot and fresh because the old folks in town stay lined up." When you've got senior citizens forming a line, you know the food is legit. Old folks don't wait in line for mediocre fish. Fans rave about the crunch factor and the sheer heaping portion. This is an indulgent, unapologetically hefty experience that makes you understand why people in the South and Midwest treat the sandwich like a religious experience. The downsides? It will fall apart. Those loosely placed fillets don't stay put. So eating this becomes an engineering challenge. And unlike fancier competitors, Captain D's doesn't offer elaborate toppings. It's mostly just fish, batter, lettuce, and tartar sauce. But honestly, when the fish and batter are this good, who needs fancy extras? The verdict: for pure fish sandwich bliss and portion size that borders on absurd, Captain D's is hard to beat. Bring napkins and possibly a bib, but size isn't everything. Because the next sandwich, it's all about perfection. A fish so good, people pity anyone who can't get it. Number 2. Culver's North Atlantic Cod Sandwich. This fast food fish is better than sit-down restaurants. Culver's has earned a reputation as the gold standard of fast food fish sandwiches, and after trying it, you understand why people treat it like scripture. This Midwestern chain takes fish seriously. Their signature North Atlantic cod sandwich is available year-round, and they hand batter each fillet to order, not pre-made, not frozen and reheated, made to order. In fast food, this is basically magic. The cod fillet is thick, nearly 2 inches at the center, with truly hand-battered coating that reminds you of authentic pub fish fry. We're talking about tender, moist, downright buttery cod encased in crispy batter that tastes like it came from a real fish shack run by someone's grandmother. The toppings are where Culver's flexes their Wisconsin pride. The tartar sauce includes olives, capers, and sweet relish for a complex sweet salty bite that's miles above standard mayo pickle mixtures. They even add a slice of real Wisconsin cheddar cheese, which sounds strange until you taste it and realize it provides subtle richness without overwhelming the fish. One devoted fan Reddit declared, "There's no competition for Culver's fish sandwich. None. It's the best. Better than most I've tried in a restaurant." I feel bad for the folks that don't have a Culver's in their area. That's not just praise, that's sympathy for people who can't access it. When your fish sandwich inspires pity for non-customers, you've achieved something special. All of this sits on a lightly buttered, toasted hoagie-style roll that holds everything together perfectly while adding its own layer of flavor. The bread isn't just a vessel, it's an active participant. People love that Culver's uses actual cod loins and fresh batter for each order, yielding thick, juicy fillets with natural shape and excellent flavor. The fish tastes fresh without being overly fishy. The batter has that buttery homemade quality that makes you question whether you're really at a fast food restaurant. The verdict: this is what happens when a chain actually cares about fish instead of treating it as an afterthought. Exceptional quality that feels a cut above fast food standards. And yet, there's one sandwich bold enough to top even Culver's legendary cod. It broke the internet once, and it might just do it again. Number 1. Popeyes Cajun Flounder Fish Sandwich. The fish sandwich people fought for in parking lots. And here we are. The champion. The one. The fish sandwich that looked at Culver's legendary cod and said, "That's cute, but watch this." In 2019, Popeyes broke the internet with their chicken sandwich. People fought in parking lots. The sandwich sold out nationwide. It became a cultural moment. So when Popeyes turned those same talents to fish, expectations were skyscraper high. And somehow, they delivered. The Cajun Flounder sandwich uses whole fillets of Pacific flounder, a higher-end fish with mild, slightly sweet flavor. But Popeyes doesn't just fry it and call it a day. They marinate the flounder in Louisiana herbs and spices, coat it in crispy southern breading, and serve it on the same buttery brioche bun as their famous chicken sandwich with barrel-cured pickles and tartar sauce. The result? A sandwich that balances bold Cajun flavor with perfect execution. The flounder is generous and juicy. It could almost pass for fried chicken in appearance, but the moment you bite in, you get tender, flaky fish texture. The breading is perfectly seasoned with that Cajun kick you expect from Popeyes, plus a whisper of heat that's noticeable but not overwhelming. One passionate Reddit user captured the frustration of its limited availability. Chick-fil-A has it. McDonald's has it. Everyone has it. Why did Popeyes have to remove it? The sad part is that it was way better than all of the other fish sandwiches. The bun was fluffy. The fish had some spice to it. The tartar sauce was really good. It didn't take away from the taste of the fish itself. And the fucking sandwich was a decent size. They perfectly summed up the problem. Don't get me wrong, McDonald's is still good. But holy shit, I finished that in one bite because of how tiny it is. Popeyes understood that size matters, people. The pickles are thick-cut, crunchy, and pleasantly sour, more substantial than the thin wisps other chains call pickles. These pickles, combined with Popeye's creamy, herbaceous tartar sauce, provide ideal tangy contrast to the rich fried fish. The tartar has bold dill and relish notes without being overly sweet. That soft brioche bun, buttered and toasted, adds a slightly sweet plush background that lets you taste flaky fish, zesty tartar, and crisp pickles in every single mouthful. The seasoning is the real game changer. While most fast food fish sandwiches are afraid to have personality, Popeyes said, "We're bringing Louisiana flavor," and actually followed through. It's perfectly greasy, perfectly seasoned, with those light notes of spice that make your taste buds pay attention. Popeyes typically only sells this during Lent season, creating artificial scarcity that drives people crazy. But its popularity ensures they keep bringing it back year after year. The verdict: bold flavor, perfect execution, and that Popeyes magic that turns simple concepts into cultural phenomena. This isn't just the best fast food fish sandwich, it's proof that fast food fish sandwiches can be legitimately great. There you have it, 8 fish sandwiches ranked from please no to I'm getting in my car right now. The rankings show that technique and quality ingredients make all the difference. The best chains prioritize fresh fish, proper seasoning, and balanced assembly over generic approaches and corner cutting. So what do you think? Did we get it right? Or are you ready to fight about fish sandwich rankings in the comments? Let us know. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more food debates that definitely matter way more than they should. And tell me in the comments, which fish sandwich would you fight for? Because after this ranking, I know people will have opinions. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go eat something that isn't fish for a while.